Hi, I'm Sharon Klingler.
And I'm Sandra Ann Taylor.
And as you might be able to tell, we're identical twins and we're both intuitives. Although I do more mediumship types of readings and Sandra does energy types of readings. We both touch on past life types of readings. We also do a lot of writing. We've both written books for Hay House. And one of the things that compels both of us in our own different ways is to find a direct way to get in touch with our spirit and tap the power of our spirit. And as a consequence, Sandra and I will often study different things but come to the same conclusions. We'll often have, when we're both working on a book at the same time, we'll often have the same dream that takes us to the same thing. It feels to me sometimes, especially lately, I've just finished a book called Power Words, and Sandra, you're working on the Quantum Breakthrough Code. And it's very funny because we've both written a number of books, and at this juncture, we're in a place of looking for a breakthrough type of experience of our spirit. And so what I wanted to do was distill affirmations into single word commands and powerful words that take us directly into tapping the power of spirit. And Sandra, tell us about your book, because you've gone that exact same direction,
I did, indeed.
Only in a little bit of a different way.
That's right. And I wasn't aware that she was using single word commands as I was writing the Quantum Breakthrough Code, and I was using some single word commands, but it was in an energy way. And the Quantum Breakthrough Code is actually an energetic position that you use your sixth chakra with. And it changes the neural pathways of the thoughts and creates a whole new perception of yourself and the world. But it used words in similar ways, and we both came to this understanding that single words, when directed with an energetic force, whether it's in the way Sharon does it in her Power Words book or in the Quantum Breakthrough Code, which is a very energetic position, that is how you change your life. That is how you master what you want to do with your future and your desires.
We're always looking for ways to get ourselves into a greater sense of spirit, and ways that are technically appropriate and easy for people to use to get in touch with their own spirit and their spirit guides, to tap into those powers. And as a consequence, we've practiced many different things, and we've really found a lot of different, besides these new books that we've both been working on, which we're both very excited about, obviously. But even in some of our dreams, we have come to the same conclusions. And even back when before we were writing at all, we would do meditation groups, and I would get messages, and I would say they're for Sandy because I really thought they were for Sandy, and Sandra would say messages that she thought were for me, and they turned out to be for ourselves. And as a consequence, we were really kind of giving us guidance for each other via ourselves. It kind of sounds a little crazy.
I'll give you an example. I went to a demonstration that she was doing, I believe it was at Lilydale, and she said, I have to come to you and give you the message that you're going to be getting married. And I was so excited, and I waited and waited to meet the guy, and she got married. A year later, I have to come to you, I'm getting the message that you're going to have a baby. And I tried and tried to get pregnant, and she got pregnant. So the messages were for herself, but she was directing them at me. And Spirit sometimes plays games with us in that way.
But it's also a kind of an indication of how connected we are in terms of our experience of guidance, because I really, at those moments, really did feel as if those messages were for her, and there were messages that she gave me that were for herself. And one of the things that you can take yourself to in terms of connecting with spirit is breaking down the definitions that keep you separate from other people. You may not have an identical twin to play these wonderful, wonderful fun games with, but you have friends, and you can actually work with meditating throughout your day, or taking just a moment to close your eyes and touch in with your friend and have a sense of what they're doing at that moment, and call them later and break down the division that exists between you. Then you find that the collective, every message is for ourselves anyway, isn't it?
It's true, and we teach that which we most need to learn. And one of the things that brings us very close to other people and to spirit is the desire to serve. And that is something that we've shared all of our lives. We've always wanted to help people. Sharon went into mediumship. At first I went into a psychology practice, and those two practices kind of converged and left each other and converged, and eventually we found ourselves doing the exact same thing in terms of readings and energy work, and our desire to serve people and to help people. And it helped us so dramatically that it really created an entirely new life for us, and an entirely new life with spirit. And that's where we are today, and who knows where it's going to take us, but we'll probably be going together.
We'll be serving at the age of 105.
Yeah.
Just give us your order and we'll serve.
That's right.
Just put your order in with the universe, we'll be serving.